everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking on our level 20 culinarian quest and catching up on everything we couldn't craft as a culinarian last time we did it, which was almost everything in the level 16 to 20 log. Here, you know what? Hang on, let me turn that off real quick. I've had to hide completed recipes on in order to help me track which things I still needed to make to help me build up my crafting list, but I don't need that so much anymore. So then, let's go ahead and get started today with our quest from Lingsath. Lingsath, what do you got for us at level 20? Lingsath is concerned about the health of a certain guild member. Now, the other crafter quests have us making gear and then attaching materia to it, but we don't make anything that you can attach materia to as a culinarian, so they're probably going to do it differently. Unless you can eat materia. Nah, that's silly. That'd be really funny, though. How do, Satora? Been taking care of yourself, lass? Remember, if you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing. That's a good point. I do need to prioritize my health a little more. Speaking of health, one of our lot ain't been her normal self of late. Diving Dove's her name, and she's been having a bit of trouble letting go, judging by the grimace she's been wearing. I told the poor woman she should take better care of herself, but she'll barely leave the kitchen for anything. Which is probably how the problem came about, now it comes to think of it. Any road, if it ain't sorted soon, I'm worried she'll burst. Do you know what a pixie plum is, lass? 'Tis a fruit what's native to Kurthis, and just the thing to help solve Diving Dove's problem. Trouble is, they're bitter as sin when fresh. Which is why plenty of chefs don't cook with the things. Of course, what they don't know is you can get rid of the bitterness by drying them. Better still, doing so brings out their natural sweetness without affecting their other properties, giving rise to the noble treat that is the dried plum. Now, I would have made these myself, but we ain't got no plums at the moment, and I can't very well leave my post to go and get them. So I needs you to do the procuring and the making in me stead. You can pick the plums in the wilds if you're fond of foraging. Failing that, take a gander at the market board in West Stalker's Alley. Oh, and once the dried plums are ready, see that Diving Dove eats them, would ya? Aye, and you might want to avoid letting on about the whys and wherefores. Touchy subject and all that. Got it. I will not tell her why I'm gifting her dried plums, though I imagine she might be a little suspicious by the random gift. Alright, so, pixie plums, you can harvest those in Upper Lenosia. And then with those, let me see. I've got this wonderful little thing pulled up down on my laptop down below me. That tells me everything I need to know, and I will be talking about that in just a moment. A friend showed me an incredible tool to help with crafting, which... yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute. Alright, dried plums. We need one pixie plum from Upper Lenosia. It's Upper Lenosia, right? In the Oakwood, I want to say? Yeah, in the Oakwood area. One pixie plum will make us some dried plums. Okay, let's go ahead and start with a waste nut. Get that quality up as high as it'll go. And make sure we give her only the good stuff. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, got ourselves 3 handfuls of dried plums. I have a gift for you, Diving Dove. You want me to give you my opinion on your handiwork? That's a good cover. Good work, Satora. Well, my dodo won't need turning for a little while, so I suppose I can spare a moment. Let's go to the upper floor. I am glad she's buying this. Oh, these are lovely. What kind of fruit did you say they were? Pixie plums? Well, I never. There isn't a hint of bitterness about them. The drying process rids them of that, you say? I had no idea. In truth, the only thing I did know about pixie plums is that they're a traditional remedy for... Now look here, we've barely exchanged 2 words since you joined this guild, and yet here you are being presumptuous. Oh, yeah, cover didn't last for long. What? It was all the guildmaster's idea? Yeah, throw him under the bus. Oh, gods, has the man no decency? This is an outrageous invasion of my privacy. Unforgivable and strangely moving. As busy as I am, I'm not so busy as Master Linkseth, yet somehow he finds the time to look after his many charges while I can scarcely spare a moment to look after myself. I've been working so hard, but maybe effort is not the answer. Perhaps I just need to relax a little. Thank you for the gift. I promise to take better care of myself in the future. I can probably guess what exactly your health issue is, but I'm not going to say it out of respect for your privacy. Alright, level 20 quest complete. Hitting level 24 for us. And let's see, Iron Culinary Knife. We have no materia on there, so we can just upgrade right away. Beautiful. And let's get started on our crafting log. So, a friend of mine showed me a tool. Mostly because I complained about how annoying crafting it is to build up my list of ingredients for crafting logs. And I was like, oh, there has to be some sort of tool out there somewhere that can do a lot of the work for me in helping me figure out what I need for my crafting logs. And turns out there is a tool, and it's a tool I've heard of before, but I never thought to actually use it. Like, I heard of it, but I did not know of it, if it makes sense. I just hadn't really thought about it. But there's this wonderful tool called Final Fantasy XIV Teamcraft, and I'm assuming it's not against terms of service to use, especially if you aren't hooking up your actual account to it, though I can't imagine why there'd be an issue. I know there's been some issues with external tools being considered cheating in the recent past. So like, yeah, I don't know if I would connect my actual character to the service, but the website is very, very useful. You can fill in all of the items you want to make from your crafting logs, how many of each you want to make, and it will generate just a complete list of everything you need to gather, and where to gather it, and any additional notes on how to get it. It seems weakest on fishing. It doesn't seem to give me as much information as I'd like for fishing. But I also have Final Fantasy XIV Angler for the fishing, for helping with fishing. So, for our crafting log for today, I can very easily go through and tell you everything we need to get, and some extra details about them. So in terms of fish, we need the black eel, which can only appear at night. From the Central Shroud, East Shroud, South Shroud, or East Thanalan, it can appear. For non-timed fishing, we need warm water trout, Rothlet oysters, dark bass, and bluebell salmon. One of each of the things I've said so far, except the dark bass, we need 3. For gathering in the Central Shroud, 4 lavender and 1 Gridanian chestnut. In the East Shroud, 1 gilbun, 1 Galago mint, 3 fairy apples. In the South Shroud, 1 Gridanian walnut. In the North Shroud, 1 maple sap, 1 cinnamon, 3 beehive chips. In Middle Lenosia, 12 sunset wheat, 1 ruby tomato. Lower Lenosia, 2 sun lemons, 2 highland parsley, 4 cinderfoot olives, and 3 sildelas spinach. Oh, I can never pronounce that word. In Western Lenosia, 1 lalavellan lentil. In Upper Lenosia, 1 pixie plum for the thing that we already made, the dried plums. 3 noble grapes and 1 chamomile. In Central Thanalan, we need 2 rock salt, 1 ragstone, 1 nopalese, 1 cloves, and 3 black pepper. In Eastern Thanalan, we need 5 popotos, 1 button mushroom, 1 alamegan mustard. In Western Thanalan, we need 3 wild onions, 4 garlic, and 3 Kurthan carrots. For drops from enemies, we need 2 dodo eggs and 3 entelope shanks, because I keep saying entelope for some reason. I don't know, it's just fun to say. For things that we need to pick up from shops, from basically any tradecraft shop in the 3 major cities, we need sour red, 1 of those, 9 mineral water, 3 chicken eggs, 1 chicken breast, 8 buffalo milk, 4 old goat milk. And then from Western Thanalan, specifically in the Vesper Bay, there is a shop near the entrance to the Silence of the Seventh Dawn base, the Waking Sands. There's a shop just east of there, where you can buy 1 blue cheese. That should be everything we need to buy. I don't think I missed anything. So next up, for our crafting, for the base materials we need to work with, we need 1 maple syrup. We need 9 table salt, which we can make from 2 crafts. Sorry. 11 table salt, which we can make from 3 crafts. I already have some table salt, so I don't need to do... Oh, what do you mean my inventory's full? Oh, that's a problem. That's a major problem. Okay, let me go clear some stuff out into my retainer's inventory real quick. Alright, I was able to clear out some space. I'm also gonna sell off these elegant pieces just to clear up a little more space and get a little bit of money. Been building those up. Might as well sell them off to free up space. Now then, 11 table salt, which we can get from 2 crafts of table salt. I am a fool. I already have a little bit of table salt, so it's not as important, but yeah. Anyways, next up we need 2 honey, which we can get from 1 craft. Then we need 1 sweet cream, which is a level 6 recipe. Next up, we need 11 smooth butter from 3 crafts. I only need 2 because I have some leftover smooth butter from before. Next up, level 7, we have sunset wheat flour. We need 7 of that, which we can get from 3 crafts. Oh crap. Twitchy fingers. I always have twitchy fingers. It's very annoying. Alright, next up at level 11, we need 1 olive oil. For the next one on the list is a level 12 tomato sauce, but I already have some, so no need to worry about that for me. And then at level 16, we have cider vinegar, our first new item. Well, in that case, I might have actually... it may have actually accidentally overcounted the materials I need. It would not have accounted for the fact that we are going to be making cider vinegar already and then using it later in more recipes. Okay, we get 5 from 1 craft, so we are good there. We need 2 in total. In order to do later crafts. Next up, at level 2, going back down, we need maple sugar. We need 2 maple sugar from 1 craft. We need a pie dough at level 14. Gonna get plenty of that. We need only 2 pie dough. We get 6 from 1 craft. Next up, at level 17, we need a cottage cheese, another new recipe. Another place where it's probably going to have overcounted the amount of materials we need, but oh well. Also, we're making 36 progress per step. That is really good. 1 step clear for this level. Alright, we need 1 cottage cheese in total, so we're good there. I can go ahead and mark off that we've done cottage cheese, we've done cider vinegar. So next up on the list is lavender oil. I believe everything else we're going to be making is all the new stuff for our crafting log. Alright, let's get this lavender oil. Some of these recipes, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give away towards leave quests that have been sitting in my crafting log for a while. Sitting in my journal for a while. Because I've had some culinarian leave quests I've wanted to get done, but couldn't because I wasn't able to do 16 to 20 fully. Alright, dodo omelet is next on the list. We need our high-quality tomato sauce, and that should be good. Okay, looks like it's 2 progress to max out the actual completion. Alright, dodo omelet done. Next on the list is going to be lentils and chestnuts. Ooh, an excellent. Don't mind if I do. Alright, next on our list is roasted Napolis. You know, I don't think this is actually how cooking works in real life, now that I think about it. I don't think you have separate things you do for make food better and then make food done. I don't think that's how it works. But I don't know, I'm not a chef. Chefs, tell me, is this how cooking actually works? Do you really just push button to make food better and then push button to make food done? Alright, next up on our list is stone soup. You know, I remember as a kid there was a story, a children's storybook about stone soup. I always thought that was just like, haha, that's not a real thing, that's just something they make up for kids, for a children's story. Is that a real thing? Or are they just making reference to said children's story? Alright, next up is the apple tart. After that, we have walnut bread. Okay, looks like we're good. After that, we have raw oysters, using the Rothlet oyster. That progress requirement is slowly inching up. Let's see, 36 times 2 would be 72, so we're good until it hits 73. Honestly, even then we're probably fine because our item durability is so high, or our cooking durability is so high. Alright, next on the list is, scrolling down, chicken and mushrooms. Dang, now we are in fact over 72. That didn't last long. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Quality went all the way to max. Alright, after the chicken and mushrooms, we have entelope stew. I think we'll be fine. We are definitely fine. Next on the list is the last for level 16 to 20, grilled warm water trout. Oh crap, that actually went all the way to max, nice. And that bumps us up a level. Next up, real quick, let's back up and... I don't think there's gonna be any new gear for us. Yeah, I think we're good. Though I probably should take off materia to be sure. I don't really want to, though. Okay, whatever. How about Spirit Bond? Do we have any new materia we can extract? We're getting close on a few of these, it looks like, but no. Dang, I was hoping with finishing off level 20 and getting that level up, maybe it would also be a good time to get more materia, but oh well. Alright, next up we have mashed popotos. I love mashed popotos. Well, mashed potatoes. I've got a homemade recipe that I love a lot. I should make that again, it's been a while. Cannot waste that excellence. Wish I'd come a little bit sooner, but oh well. We already started with pretty high quality stuff. Alright, next up is an entelope steak. Oh god, our inventory's getting full. Of course it is. I'm sure we'll be fine. There we go, Entelepy steak done. Still got 3 slots left. Okay, next up is grape juice. It's gonna be so nice to finally have food in our inventory again. I'm gonna hold off on extracting that materia that we just got. Next up is honey muffin. I am now looking to see if we're gonna actually run out of any raw supplies. It doesn't look like it. I wish we would, so we could just have a little bit more space in our inventory. But I think I actually have slightly too much on most supplies, which is an issue. God, I cannot wait till we get to level 30, because there's actually going to be something that we do at level 30 that's going to make inventory management much nicer, I'm going to be honest. Okay, let's see. I'm tempted to scroll down until we find something that we will actually, use the last of something in our inventory. Here we go. Shepherd's pie. We'll skip down to shepherd's pie real quick, finish off the Entelepy steak, and free up a little bit more space. Alright, shepherd's pie done. Mark that off our list. Let's keep going down. Looks like salmon meuniere will finish off our sun lemons and our highland parsley, so that'll be really good for freeing up space. God, salmon meuniere. Salmon meuniere. I've heard that word somewhere before. I've heard that exact name for a food somewhere before. And I've been trying to remember where, and it's from a video game. I just do not, for the life of me, remember which video game one talks about salmon meuniere. God, I want to say it was a Zelda game. Okay. Salmon Meunier's done, clearing out a little bit more room in our inventory. The dark pretzel will clear up the chicken eggs. And the regular quality sunset wheat flour. Alright, dark pretzel it is. Give me that excellence. Alright, dark pretzel done. We hit level 27. We have a little bit more room and I'm feeling more comfortable. Here we go. The bass ball. God, why do I keep wanting to say base? Bass balls. We can make ourselves some bait for fishing and use up all of our dark bass. Yeah, we should still be good to complete this in 3 moves. Okay, we've got 5 things left to craft, and it's no longer warning us about low inventory space, so I think we're gonna be fine. Next on the list is the eel pie, using up our black eel. And looks like nothing else is gonna be used up, but oh well. I think we should be fine from here on, but that was a little bit worrying for a little bit that we might run out of inventory space entirely. Alright, finish off that eel pie. 4 things left to make. We already made dried plums, so I don't know why I didn't mark that off my list. Next up, we have a spinach sauté. So I guess since we already made the dried plums and my list was actually out of date, because I forgot to mark that off, we only have 3 things left to make, including the sauté. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna call that good, and I'll take the 2% chance risk. Yeah, there we go. Spinach sauté done. Next up is mustard eggs. Ah, wow, so rude to give me the excellent right there. And then one last thing that we need to make, chamomile tea. Where are you? There we go. Finish you off and we will be done with our culinarian crafting log for a good while. Completely caught up, very satisfying, very relieved of that because culinarian being behind was definitely irking me for a long time. And then just to verify that we have finished our culinarian crafting log for the time being and it's all caught up, hide everything that's completed. 21 to 25 is done, 16 to 20 is done, 11 to 15 done, 6 to 10 done, 1 to 5 done. Beautiful. Alright, we are caught up. I am very satisfied. We are level 27 culinarian. And with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are heading back to South Shroud, where hopefully Buscaron has some more specific details on where the missing Sylph Elder is, because we didn't have a lot of luck looking for them last time we checked. We did find some Garleans though, and there are suspicions of a Gridanian spy working with the Garleans. I will see everyone next time as we hopefully finally track down this Sylph Elder, and if there is a spy, stop them as well. I'll see everyone next time for that.